Slap Royale and Slap Battles both have lots of gloves. And while most of these gloves have a lot of differences about each other, some of these gloves are actually quite similar. So today I'm going to be showing you Slap Royale gloves and their Slap Battles counterparts. So let's get started. The first glove we have in Slap Royale is Pack-a-Punch, and this glove gives you 10 extra power upon equipping it. And a glove that is very similar to this is Bowl, because the average Slap Battles glove power is around 50, and this glove's power is 70, so it does give you a massive power boost. The only downside to this glove is that it does have a very long cooldown for slapping, but Pack-a-Punch and Bowl are very similar, so I'll consider them counterparts. So the next Slap Royale glove we have is Tank, and this glove gives you 30 extra HP when you equip it. Now, it's really hard to find a counterpart for this glove because, well, you can't really get extra health in Slap Battles. So the only other glove I could really think of when trying to find a counterpart to Tank was Shield. And this is because, in a way, it kind of gives you extra health because you have a shield protecting you. So, I guess you could consider this extra health. I mean, there's not really many other options for Tank to be a counterpart with, so I'm just gonna have to use Shield. So I guess Tank and Shield are counterparts. So the next glove we have is Vigorous, and this glove gives you 20% faster health regeneration. And unfortunately, I genuinely cannot find a counterpart for this glove. I mean, it's pretty much impossible to make yourself regenerate faster in Slap Battles. So yeah, I don't really know of a counterpart for this glove. To be honest, I genuinely don't know what glove could be a counterpart to Vigorous. I mean, there's no way to really gain more health. So, I don't think I'm able to have a counterpart for this glove. If you guys have any counterparts you think could be good for Vigorous, let me know in the comments below, but as of right now, I don't have a counterpart for Vigorous. The next glove we have is Vampire, and upon ability usage, any damage that you deal to other players will be brought back to you as instant health regeneration. And as I said earlier, there's no way to really regenerate your health faster in Slap Battles. So the only glove I could really think of was Sun. And the reason why I'm choosing Sun is when you slap someone, you gain more power to your Sun. So I guess in a way you're kind of like getting health back, not health, but kind of power back to yourself when you slap someone. So yeah, this was really the only glove I could think of in a way that you get something back when you slap someone. So yeah, I guess Vampire and Sun are counterparts. The next glove is Pow, and upon slapping someone, it will create an explosion that will knock back the player itself that you slapped and other players around it. And the only glove I could think of was, well, Detonator, because when you slap someone, you get to be able to slap them, and it also knocks back people around them. So if you do detonate them fast enough, like you slap them and you immediately use your ability right after, then I guess that's kind of like Pow, so you could say that Pow and Detonator are counterparts. The next skill we have is Faculty, and upon getting a kill, you gain 4 power. And obviously this glove's counterpart is going to be Kill Streak, because whenever you get a kill with Kill Streak, you become more powerful. So obviously Faculty and Kill Streak are counterparts. The next skill we have is Revenge, and upon getting slapped, you have 6 seconds to slap the person back, and it will deal 25 more damage to them. So the glove that I could think of that was a counterpart to Revenge was Counter, and this is because if someone tries to slap you when you're in your animation, then they will end up getting slapped back, or attacked, or it depends on the kind of attack that you do on them. But most likely you will end up doing more damage to them, so you could say that Revenge and Counter are counterparts. The next glove we have on the list is Juggernaut. And this glove's ability is when you get slapped, the damage and knockback will be reduced by 20%. And while there's no way to reduce health in Slap Battles, but Jupiter is an amazing way to reduce knockback, as since you have super high gravity, you will get sucked back to the ground very quickly. So Juggernaut and Jupiter are definitely counterparts. The next skill we have is Witch, and upon using Witch's ability, you get a random potion. And the only counterpart that I can think of is Alchemist, because, well, they're both able to make potions. It's just with Alchemist, you have to actually make the potion, but with Witch, they just automatically give it to you. But this is the only glove in Slap Battles that actually creates potions, so Alchemist and Witch are counterparts. The next glove we have is Void, and this glove's ability is that when you press E, you get a bit of a speed boost, and you're able to create 2 different portals. And obviously the counterpart for this glove is Wormhole, because they're both able to create portals. Yes, Void does give you a speed boost, which many gloves in Slap Battles do give you a speed boost, but the main thing about this glove is that it actually creates 2 portals, so I consider that factor more. So this means that Wormhole and Void are counterparts. The next glove we have is Aquarius, and as with Vigorous as well, there's no way to actually regenerate your health faster in slap battles. And there's hardly any water in slap battles, so there's no way to regenerate your health faster in water. So unfortunately, I am unable to make a counterpart for Aquarius. There's no glove like Aquarius in slap battles, so it's just not possible. The next glove we have is Thundercaller. And this glove, when you use the ability, spawns a lightning strike and it stuns other people around them. And the only other glove I can think of that's a counterpart to this is Thor. Yes, you can spawn lightning by spawning in Titans or by getting 10 people with Colt, but with Colt you need 10 other people, and with Titan it doesn't affect other people. But Thor, yes, it does affect other people, and it does create a pretty large area to stun other people. So this means that Thor and Thundercaller are counterparts. The next glove we have is Cannoneer, and it's very hard to think of a counterpart for this glove because, well, there's no glove in slap battles that is able to spawn in a cannon. The only thing I can think of as a counterpart is actually the cannon on this cannon island. And yes, this is not a glove, but it's the only really counterpart I can think of for the Cannoneer glove. So I guess you could consider a Cannoneer and the cannon on Castle Island counterparts. The next glove we have is Missile Launcher. And this glove, upon ability usage, sends a bunch of missiles at the nearest player. And the only other glove that really spawns missiles in slap battles is Jet, because when you use the ability it spawns in a jet and it sends a missile at the nearest player. So this means that Jet and Missile Launcher are counterparts. The next glove we have is Glacier, and upon using Glacier's ability, you're able to summon a bunch of glaciers in front of you, which frees other people. But the counterpart in the slap battles is actually extremely similar. It's probably the most similar counterpart to any of these gloves. It's Frostbite, because it even has pretty much the same animation as the one in Slap Royale. They both kind of slam on the ground, and then it spawns a bunch of ice, and Frostbite also freezes other people. So this means that Frostbite and Glacier are definitely counterparts. And the final Slap Royale glove we have is and this glove's ability is that when you press E, you're able to fling yourself back. It also creates a little explosion, and it used to fling other people back, but it doesn't anymore because it got nerfed. And the glove's counterpart is Fish, because you're also able to fling yourself backwards with Fish if you're walking backwards. And that is almost every Slap Royale glove and its counterpart. If you guys can think of any counterparts for Vigorous, Aquarius, or Cannoneer, let me know in the comments below. But anyways, that is it for this video. If you guys did enjoy, leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.